It's the 1950s, Lafayette, Louisiana, a thriving town in many ways making its own future, like seizing the opportunity to become home to a university when other area towns turned it down. With its city-owned utilities company and developing as the heart of a booming oil industry, Lafayette in the 50s becomes one of the nicest places in the South to live, at least for some. While Lafayette was great hope for some, things were different for other residents. This leads us to our story about a little boy, born in Lafayette at that time, born in abject poverty, one of 10 children born to functionally illiterate parents, a child truly at risk. His father, who could not read or write, never learned to speak English. His mother had an 8th grade education and struggled to handle the family finances. His parents were good people who taught their children about honesty, hard work, and that integrity was doing the right thing even when no one was looking. This little boy grew up knowing the difference between right and wrong. You could say his parents raised him right. But his sheer embarrassment and shame at his family's poverty caused him to look for shortcuts and ways out of being poor. And while his uneducated parents struggled at multiple jobs, trying to make ends meet and feed him and his 9 siblings, our little boy turned into a teenager and began to go wrong. A little at first, and then more and more wrong. Seeking and keeping the wrong company. Attracted to every bad habit. Learning to survive on the streets and becoming good at it. Learning all the bad things while being smart enough to master many of them. He gradually became a leader of the wrong kind. Then one day, about 1 week past his 16th birthday, his father, in a fit of anger over what his son had become, kicked our little boy out of the family home. And it was there, on the streets of Lafayette, without guidance, that our little boy's troubles grew. They accelerated as he began to test the boundaries of the law. He was arrested and then arrested again, and again, and again. And although the crimes were mostly small, juvenile offenses, like fighting and petty theft, our little boy, now not so little, had accumulated many, many arrests and was still only a teenager. With the approach of adulthood came our little boy's glaring, harsh realization that he had reached a crossroads in his life, where one road led straight to prison and the other to destinations unknown. And just as our little boy turned away from bad and toward the unknown, good fortune came to him. It came unexpectedly in the form of very good people, caring, considerate, concerned people who took a real interest in him, who noticed his intelligence and took heed of his leadership qualities. These people made him begin to wonder about himself, what he could be if he could channel his street knowledge in the right direction. These people made him see that education was the way out of poverty and the only way to escape his shame of being so poor. Determined, with the help of his mentors and advisors, he would go on to undo some of the bad that he had done and return to college where he had earlier flunked out. With a taste of accomplishment and a feel for doing right, our boy applied himself in college with all his might, achieving multiple 4.0 GPA semesters and ultimately graduating with very high marks. And then somehow, wondrously, he was accepted to law school and became a very good law student, an accomplished achiever, and ultimately the leader of his class. After law school, he began to practice law as a solo practitioner. Having no car, he rode a bicycle to his office for the first 6 months. And with very few clients at first and no money for rent, he became the building janitor for the first 2 years of his practice. It was there, in the bottoms of the toilets, as he cleaned late at night, that he found understanding and respect for the challenges of the true working class, like his parents. With his knowledge, hard work, and love for his mission packed into his briefcase and his heart, he entered the courtrooms of the area, fighting for those who needed his help, and he won, over and over again. With that, other lawyers began to seek him out to learn how he did it, And so he began to build a firm, a very, very good firm, fair, honorable, confident, and with the hardest working lawyers anywhere. Today, our little boy's law firm is filled with the talents of 13 world-class lawyers and a staff of over 30. They service 1,200 to 1,400 open and active cases at any given time, with a proven service to over 26,000 clients and their families, whose troubles were solved, whose injuries were compensated, whose cases were won, and whose lives were made better. That little boy today is living proof, absolute living proof, that the care and genuine concern of a few really good people can make a truly extraordinary difference in the quality of the lives of tens of thousands of families, all because someone cared to reach out. I know because that little boy was me. And because many of my mentors and heroes are gone now, I can't pay them back. And I know today the world is an even tougher place for kids than the hard place and time that I experienced. I know that there are many, many truly at-risk kids out there in need of care, guidance, or just a little help from someone they can respect and maybe even relate to. Someone taking the time to tell them what they can be, what they are capable of, what life can become for them, what they can become for the rest of us, all from first-hand knowledge. With that said, our little boy's law firm, the Glenn Armentor Law Corporation, is proud to offer the Pay It Forward Scholarship of Excellence, multiple annual $10,000 scholarships to the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. These scholarships will not only help with needed money for school, but will open access to Pell Grants, to TOPS, to lodging and transportation assistance, and other scholarship opportunities. Opportunities allowing a young person with no other chance to go to college the opportunity to graduate and grow into their dream. Plus, this scholarship includes a paid position as a runner at our law firm, which is near the UL campus, and will allow our scholarship recipients to work around his or her class hours while we watch over them and help them however we can. So if you know a truly poor family with a truly at-risk high school junior or senior who could never go to college without help, send them to me. Help me pay it forward. Help me give back the incredible good fortune that was given to me. I come to you to ask for your help and support in finding those other young boys or girls out there that deserve to live the life of their dreams, as I have. I'm Glenn Armentor, and I invite you to continue watching to see the Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward scholarships in action. Thank you.
You're watching Poverty Potential, a story of how one person turned his hardships into success with the help of a few. And now attorney Glenn Armentor wants to thank those mentors by paying it forward with the Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward scholarships. We're not asking for donations. We're asking for names. Do you know a deserving high school student with great potential? Maybe you're a teacher or a family member, a friend or a neighbor who sees a glimmer of hope in the spirit, work ethic, and character of an at-risk high school junior or senior. If you are, then send an email to scholarship@glenarmentor.com or call the Scholarship Department at 337-233-1471 and simply pass the name along to us. We'll take it from there. And now, see just how the Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward Scholarship changed the life of its first recipient, Miss Ngozi Asanye.
My name is Ngozi Asanye, and I'm the winner of the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward Scholarship. I like to read, I like to sing, I like to dance, I like sports. I have 3 siblings, and all of them bring so much joy to my life. My mom and dad, they're very, very fantastic. I feel very blessed to be born into a family as this because they're the most supportive parents. They have helped me with so much. They push me. I just love them for it. I feel that without them, I possibly would not be where I am today. I attend high school at High School. it has been like a wonderful experience because the whole school in general, they're just like this little community. My favorite teacher is Mr. Sensat. Believe it or not, he teaches physics, and when you think physics, you just, you expect it to be like very hard, but the way he explains the lessons, it just makes it easy to understand. Very simple as ABC.
When I heard about Ngozi winning the scholarship, I was not surprised. I was so happy for her. Ngozi is willing to learn and improve and show that she understands. That's what sets her apart from many, many other students. It's not just about her grades, it's about understanding and improving her work. She has the ability, she has the drive to be very successful no matter what she does.
Dual enrollment offers students, like high school students, like an opportunity to get an early start in college. I have not completed high school yet, but I've been able to complete my freshman year of college with a 4.0 GPA, so I'm really excited about that. The Glenn Armentor Paid Forward Scholarship means a great deal to me because it just opens up a lot of opportunities for me. My dream is to be the best I can be, and that entails going to med school and becoming like a neurosurgeon. So I plan to be the best in my field, and with God's help and the support of everyone, I believe I'll make it. I first heard about this scholarship when I was coming back from school. I saw some children gathered around the office in the Lafayette housing division, and they were giving out free backpacks. So I got some for me and my siblings, and Mr. Glenn Armentor, he came out and he spoke about a scholarship and told us that we could apply for it and that it can make a big difference. And so I decided to take that chance. I applied for the scholarship and I'm happy I did. I would like to tell Mr. Glenn that he's an exceptional man because not many people invest back in their community. $10,000 is a great deal of money. So I'd just like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because you have really made a change in my life. I know that the Glenn Armentor Paid Forward Scholarship is taking me one step closer to my dream. Thank you.
You're watching Poverty Potential, a story of how one person turned his hardships into success with the help of a few. And now attorney Glenn Armentor wants to thank those mentors by paying it forward with the Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward scholarships. We're not asking for donations, we're asking for names. Do you know a deserving high school student with great potential? Maybe you're a teacher or a family member, a friend or a neighbor who sees a glimmer of hope in the spirit, work ethic, and character of an at-risk high school junior or senior. If you are, then send an email to scholarship@glennarmentor.com or call the Scholarship Department at 337-233-1471 and simply pass the name along to us. We'll take it from there. And now we'd like to introduce Taylor Romero, another 2011 winner of a Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward scholarship.
My name is Taylor Romero, and I'm the winner of the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward Scholarship of Excellence. Growing up, my dad's an 18-wheeler driver, so he's on the road a lot. So when I was younger, my grandparents pretty much raised me and my older brother. We all grew up here. We went to church every Sunday, just like just about every other family in the neighborhood. Once we got a little older, we moved back in with my dad and his wife, who passed away. They just built off of the values that my grandparents instilled in us. Even though times are tough right now, my family always allowed us to live comfortably. We might have not had everything we wanted, we were always comfortable with what we had. I like to sew, and throughout my life I've been kind of involved with horses. I do enjoy going out there and being with the horses and being in nature. I've always been around it. I went to Westgate High School. I was involved with pretty much every club you can get involved in just because it kept me busy, it kept me on my feet, it kept me involved with the community. I found out about the Pay It Forward scholarship through my guidance counselor at school, and I went into my guidance counselor's office and I was like, wow, $10,000 just for a UL student. I went home, filled out the packet, sent in all my information like I was supposed to, and they called me for an interview, and I was kind of surprised. Then they called me actually the night of the interview, about 8 o'clock at night, and they said, congratulations, you've won the scholarship. And I'm like, what, really? Whenever I heard that I'd won, it was like, wow, $10,000 for school, that's awesome. The Pay It Forward scholarship, the most important thing about it to me was the fact that it was called Pay It Forward. Always meant a lot. Growing up with a strong foundation from my family and them telling me, you know, go in your community, get involved, pay it forward to other people who aren't as fortunate as you. You might not have everything, but there's always somebody who has it worse off than you do. I just would want to tell Mr. Armentor, thank you so much. This scholarship is really going to help out me and my family to help me pay for college with funding that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Thank you for not only helping me, but for also being willing to help everyone else, and thank him for really being an inspiration. Wow, it's not just me who's willing to go out and give back to the community. He's willing to give his own profits to say, hey, I can help someone. Really, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank him more than anything else, because without him, school monetarily would have been a big struggle for me. My name is Taylor Romero, and I'm the winner of the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward Scholarship of Excellence.
You're watching Poverty Potential, a story of how one person turned his hardships into success with the help of a few. And now attorney Glenn Armentor wants to thank those mentors by paying it forward with the Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward scholarships. We're not asking for donations. We're asking for names. Do you know a deserving high school student with great potential? Maybe you're a teacher or a family member, a friend or a neighbor who sees a glimmer of hope in the spirit, work ethic, and character of an at-risk high school junior or senior. If you are, then send an email to scholarship@glenarmentor.com or call the Scholarship Department at 337-233-1471 and simply pass the name along to us. We'll take it from there. And now we'd like you to get to know Trevor Duyoung, a 2011 winner of a Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward scholarship.
For my whole life, I've always lived with my grandma. Whenever I was a kid, it was me, my mom, my brother, and my sister living with my grandma and grandpa. And then around 4th grade, my mom moved with my brother and sister to Alabama, where my dad was. I just stayed here because I wanted to be around my friends and everything and continue going to the same school. We were at one point 7 kids and 2 grandparents living in a small 2-bedroom trailer. And then we finally got this double-wide trailer, and now we're split up into 2 kids per room. And it's still a bit hectic because we tend to fight with each other a lot, but all in all, we still have fun with each other. Since I'm the oldest, everybody looks to me and they use me as the example to all the grandkids to say, you see your brother or cousin is doing this, y'all should try doing that, so you'll be able to get all these scholarships and get the chance to go to college. And I've been working a lot, so without the scholarship, my chances of actually getting through college and getting the chance to go to the medical school at LSU in New Orleans would have probably been a 1 in a million or probably 1 in a billion shot. So yeah, without this scholarship, I don't think I'd be able to go to college all that easily. I came to know about the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward scholarship through my guidance counselor. She had said that they had a scholarship from Glenn Armentor that could pay $10,000 and that we should try it. And whenever I heard that, I said, I think I'll give it a try. Especially since I was thinking about my grandma the whole time. And then the night of our awards banquet, I was sitting there with one of my friends, and at first, whenever she said the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward scholarship, it hadn't exactly registered at first. And me and my friend started talking about Pay It Forward like the movie. And then my guidance counselor continued on and said this student who is receiving it is planning on going to UL. And then it started slowly clicking. And I thought, well, wait, I'm going to UL. And then she said he'll be majoring in biology. I was like, I'm majoring in biology. And then she said he plans on becoming a doctor. I said, that sounds, no. And then she said my name and I just couldn't believe it. I was in shock. My mouth just fell open and my eyes were wide, and I had no idea that I was receiving it at all. Men can do great things no matter who they are, what they do, and having Mr. Glenn Armentor give out this kind of scholarship, it takes a really, really great and generous man. I would have to tell Mr. Glenn Armentor, thank you. I can't stress enough how much this will just relieve my grandmother from having to work extra hours, or my grandpa having to maybe take up 2 jobs, or just looking to get the money to pay my way through college. This is a scholarship that really helps out. I just can't say anything but thank you, and I hope I'll be able to somehow repay him in some way that he's doing this for me to help me go to college. I'm Trevor Dion, and I'm the winner of the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward Scholarship of Excellence.
The university is very supportive of the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward Scholarship. It helps students who may not be able to come to college without it. It provides bright students who have a great potential and great future ahead of them realize that potential. And so we not only support the scholarship program, but we embrace the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward Scholarship.
This scholarship allows the recipients to concentrate on their academics solely and not have to worry about any financial obligations.
But I think it's more than that. It's about finding a niche where you can pay it forward for those who have helped you in the past.
Certainly academics are important, grades and test scores and things like that are important, but we're trying to look at the applicant from some other vantage point.
We listen to, what have they struggled with? What have they done to overcome? Because we know if they've done it at that level, they're going to do it at the college level.
For a student to apply for the Glenn Armentor Scholarship, the student must have a 2.5 cumulative grade point average, be a senior in high school, not need any remedial classes when they come to UL. They must be from the 8 parish Acadiana area,
including Lafayette, Iberia, St. Martin, St. Mary, St. Landry, Acadia, Vermilion, and Evangeline parishes.
The scholarship focuses on those who have potential, who have a proven record of success, who we know can make it, but are having difficulties in putting the financing together. And so the Pay It Forward Scholarship really provides the funding necessary so those students can come to college and can succeed at college.
It also allows those students to interact with people on campus and really become part of the college experience.
And they're able to make a difference in other people's lives. Such as this Pay It Forward Scholarship that Mr. Armentor has started. And that's important to Mr. Armentor, and that's also important to UL.
Giving students an opportunity to change their lives, to change where they might be in the next 5 or 6 years. And ultimately that will lead to much more successful lives.
So it's an amazing, amazing scholarship award and gift for these students.
We would encourage every graduating high school student in any high school throughout Acadiana to apply for Mr. Armentor's Pay It Forward Scholarship.
All the high school guidance counselors should have copies in their offices, or of course we have relationships with them and they can call us and we'll make sure that they get what they need to apply for the scholarship.
The foundation does need more people like Mr. Glenn Armentor.
He is a person who truly wants to help students.
The Pay It Forward Scholarship not only touches the student, it certainly touches the student's family.
It's more than just that individual. It really is impacting our community.
It's only going to truly pay it forward by having these students impact the lives of many, many others.
I would encourage any high school student who has a dream of going to college to go ahead and apply for the Glenn Armentor Pay It Forward Scholarship, because it really does provide a pathway to you realizing your dream. So if you think that you might be interested in it at all, I'd go ahead and apply and see what happens.
So I think that's a really good reason for a student to really want to apply for this scholarship.
It's those who are willing to be committed and sacrifice.
And without this scholarship, many of these students' dreams would not be achieved.
It's an extraordinary program that we're very proud of.
You're watching Poverty Potential, a story of how one person turned his hardships into success with the help of a few. And now attorney Glenn Armentor wants to thank those mentors by paying it forward with the Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward scholarships. We're not asking for donations, we're asking for names. Do you know a deserving high school student with great potential? Maybe you're a teacher or a family member, a friend or a neighbor who sees a glimmer of hope in the spirit, work ethic, and character of an at-risk high school junior or senior. If you are, then send an email to scholarship@glenarmentor.com or call the Scholarship Department at 337-233-1471 and simply pass the name along to us. We'll take it from there. Attorney Glenn Armentor wants to thank those mentors that put success within his reach by paying it forward with the Glenn Armentor $10,000 Pay It Forward scholarships. Please help us identify those that, with a helping hand, could make a big difference in the lives of us all. Thank you.